Well, you're thinking, wow, this is going to be a crazy video. It's really dark, and he doesn't realize it. This is my tribute to Alfred Hitchcock, which is one of the movies we watched, or one of the directors we watched at your house many, many moons ago. Anyway, happy 50th birthday, Greg. Sorry I can't be there with you in person, but I figured we'd do a little run down memory lane since it's now been 44 years and I've had that much time to think about what I'm going to say as you hit the big 5-0. So we'll just do some spinning the clock back, and we'll start in first grade. You're the first kid that I met when I moved to LA and the first guy to teach me to play basketball. We jumped to second grade. We were in Mr. Henderson's class, and I was upset one day because I didn't know that I was a Pisces, and we got to leave the class based on what our sign was, and you had to tell me what my sign was. You probably don't remember that. And we'd have to always catch the candy when Mr. Henderson threw it, and you always caught it, and I didn't catch it very well. Third grade, Mrs. Braxton's class, which things were going fine until you kept causing trouble all the time and getting me nearly in trouble. Also, we had our little episode with the tetherball pole. Again, probably your fault, and I just came along for the ride. Fourth grade, they started to split us up, so we had different teachers then, and in fifth grade and in sixth grade, and we had the softball game. Of course, your team had all these guys who were on PEDs. You should have been disqualified. Congratulations again on your Grand Slam home run. Remy and Lindsay think it's silly that we played softball because that's a game for girls. Sixth grade was also probably right around the time we went to the spaghetti factory for Lauren's birthday, which meant that I had to buy a vest and buy some clothing other than ripped shorts and shirts. That was cool. And that's when we went and first got introduced to Herb's League and started that whole adventure. Then we split up 7th through 9th grade and went to different schools. But we still saw each other all the time, it seems. And of course, I can't skip the elementary or finish the elementary school saga without remembering all the time spent at 251 North Bundy. One of us wearing a Rams helmet when we played one-on-one football, or going to Adam Knowlton's to play basketball, or just hanging out and playing games in the Spiegel household, and hanging out with your dog, Sam, and of course Lauren and Myra and Howard. And we had the Indian guides, which will always be remembered. Anyway, going back, so we jumped into high school, and that was fun. Mrs. Kalman's class, I think, was always a strong memory. That's probably when you were at your finest, I think, in school there. Still don't know why you didn't get a driver's license when you were 16, but you sort of went to your own drummer. And that's one of the things I've always admired about you, is you didn't really care about what others were doing. You just sort of had your way of doing things and doing life. And that was awesome. And obviously, when it's time for college, we went different places. And junior year abroad, although we were both in England, we didn't see each other then. But every time we see each other, it's just like time hasn't passed. And it's just fun to get back together and see it. And you've been my longest, dearest friend there. It's been 44 years, and it's really cool that we've made it to 50. I don't think we ever really thought that was going to happen. I'm just around the corner from you here, a few weeks away, and it's sort of depressing in some ways when you hit 50, I think, although of course I'm not there yet, but just theoretically speaking. But on the other hand, we're still alive and kicking and moving around, and again, happy birthday, happy 50th.